guys, welcome back to another channel here on Reckless 5.0. Today is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. Sun's out, no clouds in the sky, so it looks like it's going to be a good day to work on cars today. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. So here's the car. Check it out, guys. So hopping in the beautiful Reckless 4.6. I'll let you guys see it. Gorgeous car. So can't wait. Eventually the Coyote will be going into this car here. Just let you guys see the inside. Eventually we'll be throwing a Coyote in here, and like I said, be changing out just about everything on the car once the new motor goes in this car, which I am very excited. So anyways, back to me, enough of me rambling. So what the plan is for today is I'm about to go pick up Jerome, and we are going to go stop at a few stores, at O'Reilly's, maybe a Walmart or two, and just pick up a few essentials that we're going to be needing for today's video. So we are going to be painting the engine bay, painting inside the interior of the car. We're going to be doing the floor. I'm going to be mounting my aluminum. We're also going to be swapping out the K-member. So that being said, let's go ahead and get on the road and go pick up Jerome. And the best way to start a video off is always with a cold start. Found the paint aisle, and this is what we're looking for. Rust-Oleum. We're looking for this brand right here, that brand. Perfect. So just gotta find the color that you want with that. I don't know what color I want to do on the engine bay, so that's what I'm trying to decide now. I'm thinking of just going pretty plain and just going black, or like, you know, like a satin black, or maybe, you know, glossy. I haven't decided really what texture type, but that's what I'm thinking about. Plasti dip reminds me back when I was 16. I used to plasti dip my Mustang wheels and all the emblems. Jerome, what you think? Which color should I go with?
With the inside?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Pineapple Express, isn't it?
Yeah, but they don't know the color. Well, I mean, they kind of have an idea of the color, so.
Okay. But so for the inside, I'm thinking about.
What if I was extreme and did like blue? Nah, maybe some lime green. That would actually be pretty fire. No. It won't go with the. Yeah, it won't go with the idea.
Go with the thing with the car.
Yeah, you're right. Right? But I don't even see that color here. Do you? No.
I will. Not that like.
I mean, they got nice colors here.
Yes, they do.
I wouldn't know. Like, I don't want to be like too crazy with the like engine bay, because it's gonna get messed up and stuff, dirty, you know, whatever. Let's make a decision. All right, so we know for the interior we're gonna go ahead and do black. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm thinking the rust reformer, right? Because there's rust on the floor, a little bit of rust on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, so stops rust 2. Okay, so how many think we're gonna need about these?
2.
2? Oh, here, 1, 2. Make sure they're the same. Okay, boom, boom, perfect. Okay, so look, that's what we're going with for the interior. So we're gonna spray the floorboards and everything in there, door panels, all that with this right there, rust reformer from Rust-Oleum. And all right, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now, time to make a decision, Jerome. We gotta hurry up, okay? So we'll do a countdown, 10 seconds, okay? And we have to pick you're gonna pick a color, and then I'm gonna pick a color.
Okay.
And we're gonna see what color we get, okay?
Okay.
For the engine bay, okay?
Okay.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. All right, you get 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay, I'm thinking. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so I went with multicolor texture.
I went with lime green. No matter this, it's gonna change the color. It's gonna attract attention, If it's dirty, a little bit of pressure washing, it'll be clean.
You wouldn't do that color? Oh God. So as you can see, we're 2 colors way off. So
Yeah. We need a
how
third
about
eye.
how about I meet you in the middle? What we're gonna do is I'll meet you in the middle with this one.
Oh yes, yes.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna do. All right, so that's what we decided for the engine bay. Okay. All right. Now we just need some gloss, semi-gloss right here. Actually, I think we're gonna have to stop at O'Reilly's to get the heat shield, the heat proof. Okay, so just to recap, these are what the colors we went. These are gonna be for the engine bay. It's a what kind of color would you say this is?
This is
Satin Summer Squash. That's what it's going in the engine bay.
Summer Squash.
And then we have just Rust Reformer. no specific brand or anything. I mean, no specific color or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna go in the interior to stop rust as well as clean it up and make it look nice and black. So can't go wrong with black, and that's what we're doing for the engine bay. All right.
Yes, sir.
We got our paint. Now we're gonna go to O'Reilly's, and now that we got our paint, we're gonna go ahead and we're about to head to O'Reilly's and pick up the matte gloss finish because we need a heat shield one because it's gonna be in the engine bay. And so just to recap, we got, what was it again?
Summer Squash.
Summer Squash for the engine bay, and we got Rust Reformer just in black for the interior. To O'Reilly's we go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So I'm gonna go stop at my house in Tampa, and I'm gonna take out the seat brackets, one of the driver's seat bracket from my 2000 Mustang, because they are compatible with the ones in the 88 Mustang floorboards, and I need it because it's gonna help me make the install for the aluminum racy a lot easier and just pretty straightforward. So we got to do that as well. At O'Reilly's. Man, I haven't been back here since I've been staying in Riverview.
In Riverview. Wow.
I haven't been back here in months. None of our friends are working anymore. Like, the old squad. None of them work anymore. It's a bunch of newbies that I've never seen before. Look at this car.
Yeah, the ST.
Love the way they stare.
Yeah.
Here it is, right there. See what I'm talking about? The stems heat up to 500 degrees. So we want VHT primer. And here's my wheels. I got these exact wheels. Isn't that hilarious? That's how they look once. Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and go with the clear coat. So we'll get the only 2 they have. Okay, $7.99. Should have got them. Worse. Our window to work on the car and paint is looking a little thinner and thinner by the hour. So hopefully in Riverview it ain't as bad. Hopefully we have just a little bit more time that we can kind of get something done on the car today. Because like I mentioned before, if we don't end up painting the car today, we'll be able to still install that K-member and install this aluminum race seat. Let me turn here, go the back road, make it a little quicker. As you can see, the infamous rain out of nowhere. In Florida, yes, is something that we're very used to. Which Mother Nature's not cooperating, so we're just gonna go ahead and try to wait out the rain. So like I said, yeah, Mother Nature's not cooperating. It's, as you can see, storming. Kind of turn the camera for you guys. It's pouring out here. This is just from walking from the car over here. So we're gonna try to wait it out a little bit and just see if we can head on to Riverview and just start over there, because I guess it doesn't look like we're getting that bracket out or painting today. So I mean, I don't know how the weather is near Riverview, so we'll just have to wait it out and see. So we ended up getting the seat bracket out the car. It was a little difficult at first, but we ended up getting it out, dragged it from the backyard to the front, worked on it under the shed so we weren't getting as wet. We also found a battery in the shed, so we got a battery now. And then I went in the back and looked at my old Mustang and took a few things off of that one. So now we are going to go ahead and head back to the house in Riverview and start trying to go ahead and see and go ahead and, like I said, paint the engine bay if it's not raining. Go ahead and swap that K-member. We're also going to go ahead and start the wiring because I got a battery now. We are going to go ahead and hook up the terminals in the back of the car and see if they work, and then start wiring the windows and the headlights to go ahead and see if those work so we can get them working. All right, we just got to my house here, so now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take out the Fox body out of the garage and go ahead and try to paint it really quick before it starts to rain again. So see how that goes. So we're gonna go ahead and paint this engine bay here. That K-member there will be replaced with the aftermarket one right there. We got mats on top of it, but don't mind that. Yeah, we might paint it while it's on the jack stand so we can remove the caster camber plates and be able to paint that. We're gonna go ahead and cut some of these wires that we don't need, and then some that we do need, we're gonna go ahead and cover them up and go ahead and paint it. So we'll see how it looks.
First, we gotta remove that brake booster. Make sure everything is clean, and then
yeah, they got some brake cleaner over there. Yeah, they got about 3 cans.
That is perfect. We're just gonna get this clean.
And then we did stop at O'Reilly's and we did get engine bay, clear coat that's good up to 500 Fahrenheit. So yeah, it should be good. And then, so you guys kind of see, there's 2 different colors. This side looks like it's kind of sprayed with some primer, and this side looks like it was just kind of sprayed black over the primer. You can kind of see a little bit of the old primer there, and then that kind of was black. So that's what it looks like now. That's the before scene, and we'll show you guys what it looks like after.
Hey guys, so right now we're just gonna vacuum the inside of the car, make sure everything is ready so we can spray the Rust-Oleum.
I'm about to go ahead and spray this seat bracket that we got out of my old 2000 Mustang that should be compatible with this car, to go ahead and make the install of the aluminum race seat behind Jerome a little bit easier. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll take off the unnecessary mechanics, like for example that electronic motor. We're not gonna need that because we're not gonna have it hooked up to the car. So we're gonna take that off. I'm gonna go ahead and spray the whole railing down with some brake cleaner, and then we're gonna go ahead and kind of spray it with WD-40. Then we're probably gonna spray it with some of that rust remover, Rust-Oleum again, and then we're gonna go ahead and probably spray paint it black when we go ahead and put it in the car on the aluminum race seats. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do. Alright guys, while Jerome's finishing up vacuuming the inside of the car, I'm going to go ahead and start breaking down the seat rail and just taking off the parts we really don't need. And then I'm going to be spraying it down with some brake cleaner, make sure it's all cleaned up. And then we're going to probably spray it with some of that rust remover, Rust-Oleum, and see if we can make sure prevent this from rusting any further now. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And like I said, he's finishing up the vacuuming, and then we're going to go ahead and start spraying the inside and showing you guys the before and the after for that. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are gonna start removing the inner pieces that we don't need. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start off by removing this midsection because these are what the wires are connected to. And like I said, since we did take it out of a 2000, the wiring isn't gonna be the same anyways. Just the mounting points here and here are the correct points. So we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. So we're just gonna be moving that stuff off and just taking things off slowly until we get to just the outer frame of the seat bracket. That's all we need. So let's get started. Alright, so this is the actual front. This is what we got left after we took off all the unnecessary motors and parts we don't need. We just threw them over there. We're going to probably just throw them in the trash. So before we do spray it black with the rust remover, Rust-Oleum, show them real quick, Jerome, what we're going to spray it with. I just want to go ahead and test fit it just to make sure. I know that when I looked up seat brackets on American Muscle, they said that they work from 79 up to 04. So I'm going to test it out just because I just want to make sure that I ain't waste my time. Let's see. Alright. Alright, so it looks like the front two line up, and alright, it looks like it lines up, and
perfectly.
And it slides back and forth, so
Yes,
that's one
sir.
thing. I gotta figure out a way to lock it, because every time somebody's weight gets on it, it's gonna go immediately straight back. So I want to be able to learn how to lock it some type of way, and then it'll be adjustable, have it adjustable for different people who want to drive it. So we are going to go ahead and bolt it up to the seat right there. So we're about to go ahead and connect it up to that, and then put the brackets on this seat and see and just test it out. But before we do that, we're about to spray it. So we'll go ahead and do that now.
Alrighty, guys. So right now we're testing the seat with the brackets. Make sure everything fits correctly. So
Let me get the other bracket real quick.
alright, D's gonna go get the other bracket so we can test fit everything. Make sure everything is correctly so that we can get started on spray painting this. So that we don't waste any time if it doesn't fit or not.
Alright, so these are the brackets that are going to go onto the actual race seat. So I'll show them an example. That's for the right side.
This
so,
for the right side.
Hold on, before you put it there. So it goes connected here. So they go bolted up here, just like that. They fit with the angle of the seat. And then we're going to mount this part here after we connect it to the seat onto the actual bracket that we're going to mount to the floor of the car. So before we do that, I do want to see if this bracket is going to fit this, because it's kind of short, so I don't know if it's going to fit. So go ahead and try to test fit it. Does it look like it fits?
It looks kind of short.
Alright, so it's looking a little short, he said, so let me see what he's talking about. Alright, so yeah, if you guys can see that, you have this bolt hole here and here, and this reaches up about to the little screw part, but I don't trust that screw to be able to hold all that weight. So now the next option, let me see this, is I'm going to see if I have enough room on the actual seat to just bolt the actual seat to the mount itself. How's your side doing? Yeah, I know.
No, it's
Go
pretty
down-
much
go
the
back
same.
down. On your side, hold on, let's see. Okay, so back a little bit. Don't worry about the front, worry about the back one really quick. Okay, so that's room there. But it's still too short too. So we're gonna have to try to figure something out. So let's show them from the back side. So we're trying to go ahead and connect it, but it's looking a little short. So we're gonna see if we can try to figure something out to be able to connect both holes together onto the seat. So we'll see what we can figure out.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna go ahead and spray paint it, and we'll try to just, you know, bootleg something and see if we can, you know, make something fit.
Make something out. That's
So
the
we'll
way we
see.
can start.
So while Jerome is spray painting that seat bracket, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get inside the car and seeing if we can start figuring out that battery relocation kit that already came in the car, and go ahead and try to mount the basket pretty much to hold it. And also we are gonna go ahead and take out the dashboard, because I did order our already prefabbed aluminum one. So I'll show you guys which one that's going to be. I can't wait for that to come in. It's going to be a very nice part. Steering wheel, I'm going to go ahead and probably find an aftermarket one, because this one just doesn't quite fit. Let's go ahead and try to figure out that battery relocation kit and see if we can get that battery hooked up to it to see if these headlights and these windows do work. So let's go ahead and do that. We're like hooking up jumper cables to the LED bar like wires.
Let's see if it works.
Look at that. For a hot second. You just gotta get it on there. Just close it. There you go. Okay, so I mean, that's good lighting right there. If we can get to stay, actually, we have some good lighting in the car that already enhances it. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and bootleg this up and rig it up and see. And hook it up in the car to get some better lighting. Alright, so now that we got our light bar, a little better lighting, bar situated, we are going to go ahead and start. He's starting to paint. I'm going to go ahead and start working with this battery relocation, see if I can hook up the tray so it can be sturdy in here. And then going to go ahead and throw the battery in the car and see if we can get it connected up. Yes. So we're going to do that. Alright, so this is Flores done. He just got finished painting that one on the rusty part. He hasn't did the front, that's why it does look a little bit dirtier there, but he did this part. Compared to that, that's what they both used to look like before, and that's what it looked like after. So if we have enough paint, we are going to go ahead and end up painting the rest of it all the way to the front. Like I said, that dashboard is going to be, that dash frame right there is going to be coming out, as well as that steering wheel, but for now we're going to keep it just to be able to turn the car and stuff. And if we do have enough paint after all that's done, then we'll be doing back here, because we do have to do this area anyways, but we might end up doing the entire thing, not just the rest of your spots. And I'm still trying to figure out, so I'm testing. I think I found these wires here that go to the tail lights, so I'm trying to wire them up and test them out on the battery current and see if we get these tail lights to turn on. So we're just messing around right now, trying to figure out which wires belong to what, so that way we can think of the best strategy to wire all this up. So we're doing that, and while we go ahead and do that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna drill a hole down from at an angle and try to meet it into the pre-drilled hole in the frame, so that way we can stick a bolt and then pin the battery tray down so it doesn't move. So we're gonna go ahead and start off. You want to start with a smaller one to get your pre-little hole, and then you can go to a bigger size and go ahead and start drilling that one. So hopefully we don't mess this up. That way it does look flush and clean and doesn't mess it up or have too many holes there. So alright, we're going to go ahead and start drilling. See kind of how it pokes out through there. So it's at an angle like that, and then you are going to just push it down in there. Just pretty much walk it all the way down. And now, as you can see, it's all the way down. It's not moving. What I went ahead and did is I started to pre-drill a hole right there. So that way I have an extra bolt, so that way I can hold it down there. It'll be held down right there, and then also right there. So it'll be kind of held down in 3 points, and it'll be a little bit more secure than just kind of holding it down in 2, because the tray is kind of long compared to the screws. So want to make sure that it has the best leverage at the tightness possible. Go under the car now and just put the nut on there and tighten it down. So simple and easy, a little bit of a cheap way to fix it, but sometimes a cheap way to fix it is the best way to fix it. So
well guys, we just finished painting everything, every single little rust that was in there. It was just finished painted. Now we got the seat bracket. We're gonna put it in, make sure everything is correctly. Then after that, we're gonna go ahead and put the new seat. So here we go, putting the bracket. See if everything is good, which it does. We got the bolts right there ready to go in. Well, let's let you guys know how it goes.
All right, so we went ahead and we got the bracket. We took some more stuff off of it, and we ended up flattening this piece. It was kind of built over like an L shape, but like that. And we flattened it out as best as we could. We don't need it perfect because we just needed it flattened out the way. So we ended up marking the holes here. This one was already actually matched up perfectly, so we just have to drill this one and that one right there. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do, and we can't mess up on these because they are kind of close to the edge. So we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. So we went ahead and we struggled, but we did find nuts. And now that we went ahead and found some, this is the last nut we're putting on, and then we're gonna go ahead and bolt the seat down and then go ahead and put it in the car. So it was a struggle to find the nuts, like I said, but I mean, it wasn't that hard to install the seat. It was just a struggle to find the nuts. And that is what we came up with. It actually looks very professional, if I do say so myself. We use 4 different nuts, and 1 different size bolt. So it's pretty nice. So we're about to move slides back and forth. Like I said, I gotta figure out a way to lock it, but they both slide very freely. They don't hit any of the other bolts, so we're gonna go ahead and bolt it into the car and see how it looks.
Guys, remember all that wiring that I told you guys that needed to be removed? It's all right here, ready to get out of the car. So all the wirings that do not need to be used are being removed right here. And the race seat is actually right in her spot correctly. Right now, we're just working on her right now.
I'm tightening her down right now, tightening the bolts down. Still got to figure out which socket fits the front, but and like I was saying about that, figuring out how to slide it and keep it locked at a certain spot. So we'll see if we can figure something out for it. And we got the seat bolted down. It's pretty sturdy. It ain't going nowhere. Gotta figure out a way to, like I said, lock it, but I'm a little short, so I can't really reach the pedal. So we're gonna take this dash frame out next, and then what else are we doing? Oh yeah, we gotta still bolt down the tray. That Drone's about to finish that up right now, and then we're gonna take out the K-member.
So right now I gotta tighten these bolts. These are the bolts that were going to the battery tray. They're right in here. So for right now, I just gotta tighten them up, and that's about it.
Alright, so we went ahead and bolted it down. We tightened it on the bottom. It's actually pretty secure. Go ahead and get that battery right here, Drone, so we can drop it in there. Alright, that's the battery we're going to drop in here. Okay, that's the worst way to put it. Okay, well, it went in, but that was the worst way to put it in. But yeah, it's in there, so that's what it's supposed to look like. And we just drop this on here. We'll figure out putting it on there, but that's pretty much it, and we're gonna connect the
Alright
terminal.
guys, and that's going to be the end of this video. So I know we didn't get around to painting that engine bay as well as removing that factory K member or installing that aftermarket QA1 K member. So on this video, as you guys did see, we ended up installing the aluminum race seat. We also got that battery relocation kit mounted down. We removed the dash frame because we're not going to be using that because, like I mentioned earlier, I did order one already that is a prefab aluminum one. So we're just going to be throwing that aftermarket one in there, which will look really nice and clean up the interior a little bit more. We did rust proof the floorboards as well as the tire well and any rust spots we did have in the interior. So we got all that done today. So please stay tuned. There's going to be a part 2 to this video where we are going to be removing and installing factory K member to aftermarket K member, as well as painting that engine bay. So stay tuned for part 2, guys. Thank you for watching. If you are a regular, again, thank you for staying tuned. If you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe as well. Go check out some of my videos. Until next time, guys, thanks.